Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamika Robinson, and here on this channel, we are all about uplifting, encouraging, and motivating you to become a better version of yourself by solely focusing in on you and learning how to heal from those things that we all know we need healing from. So, if you are new here, I would like to welcome you. If you are returning, I'm going to personally say thank you, and I'm going to jump right into it. This is for the black sheeps and the underdogs of their families. If that's not your story, then this is not going to be for you. And I'm okay with that. So look, today I want to talk about how you are going to have to trust in God and in his plan for your life. Okay? If you're the black sheep and the underdog of your family, you're going to have to trust God's process. No matter what it looks like, no matter what you have to go through, and no matter how alone you are going to feel at certain times, right? Because look, you are going to have to suffer, okay? It's gonna feel like you are suffering or is something wrong with you when you start going through your process of healing from all that trauma. Because a part of your healing, you are going to be set apart, pulled away, and separated from all of the people, places, and things that you have always known. You know, God's word says he sets apart those who are godly for himself. Okay. So if you the black sheep, that means you are surrounded by different color sheeps. That's all the same color except for you. So as long as you are in a room full of white sheep and you are the only black sheep, you're going to feel something inside. And if you're watching this, you already know you got that childhood trauma that you have not dealt with and have not healed from. Okay. And when you don't heal and you in that room full of those white sheep, you see everybody else. They're all white sheeps. And then you look in the mirror, you are the one and the only black sheep. It's going to be impossible for you not to feel some type of dis-ease on the inside, right? That's how you got to look at it. But anyway, look, my point is during your separation, while God has you separated and set apart, you are going to have to learn how to trust in God and trust in his process and not allow those emotions that you are going to feel to get the best of you, right? Because when everybody that you've ever known, that you've always surrounded yourself by, now you have stepped away, okay, for your healing, for your purpose, for your life. Okay, so that you can become better than what you've always or already are. They're going to be having family reunions, birthday parties, get togethers, kickbacks. And guess what? You're not going to be able to be a part of those things. And it's going to make you feel some type of way if you're not paying attention to your emotions, because emotions come and go. One day you do, one day you don't. The next day you will, the next day you won't, right? So you cannot live or sit in those emotions. That's why you got to trust God and you got to trust his process. So his process may have you sitting on the sideline for right now. And you got to be okay with that. And you got to trust that his ways are higher than your ways and his thoughts about you are higher than your own thoughts about you. So it's going to take some strength and some courage, Okay? To be okay with not going to the family reunion while you're looking at everybody else getting together, clapping, cheering, doing whatever. We know that the people that we've had to separate from, what they doing and how they shaking and how they moving. You see, some people are going to go out of their way to make sure that you see that they all together, because those are all the white sheep. They all look alike. Okay? And make sure that you know you are not included in these festivities. Okay? And if you're not careful and you let your emotions get the best of you, then your spirit is going to be weighed down on the inside. And when you weigh down on the inside, you cannot move forward because you're carrying too much. You can't take another step towards your healing. Okay? Towards you feeling better about what God is doing in your life. And the reason why it's going to hit you a little bit harder when you're the black sheep or the underdog of the family is because nobody expected for you to walk away. Nobody expected for you to stop smoking that weed and rolling up blunts. Nobody expected for you to go get you some healing. Nobody expected for you to stand up for yourself and set boundaries. Nobody expected for you to love yourself. Not in a room full of white sheep when you're the only black one. Because see, all the sheeps that look alike, which are all white, they all look alike. They all do the same thing. They all going along to get along, and it's okay with them. But when the black sheep walk in, they got somebody to direct their jokes at. They got somebody to look down upon. They got somebody to make feel a certain type of way, to take their mind off of, hey, we all white sheep. It may be something special about that black sheep. Why is that black sheep black and all of us are white? What happened? So since she or he are the black sheep, we're going to make them feel some type of way, right? So no, you're not going to be able to go to the family reunion. You're not going to even be invited. You're going to miss a lot of birthday parties. You're going to miss a lot of celebrations. You're going to miss a lot of kickbacks and gatherings because God has separated you. And you cannot get weak and want to turn around and do whatever it's going to take for you to be liked or for you to be accepted, because the fact remains you can never be a white sheep. You are going to always be the sheep with that dark color, which is a black sheep. I'm using this as a metaphor so that you can understand and understand how the separation goes and why people treat you the way that they treat you and why you had to suffer so many traumatic situations right at the hands of the people who claim that they love you, right? Here's another way for you to look at it. Let's just say you at this big old party at a banquet. Okay. And when you walk into the banquet that you was invited to, before you started your healing, you get to the banquet. And every single person in that banquet has a masquerade ball mask on their face. So you don't know who's who. Okay. And you don't know what's really going on because you are the only one that's at this ball with no mask on, that's showing your true, authentic face. So everybody at that ball can see your face, but you can't see theirs. And you got people coming up to you, hugging you. You got people coming up to you, kissing you, high-fiving you, telling you, oh, I love you, I miss you, and trying to pretend like you are a part of what's going on. But clearly you are not a part of what's going on. You didn't get the full memo because nobody told you to come wearing a masquerade ball mask like everybody else. So now you at this ball, you got people coming up to you left and right because you in the mix of everything that's shaking and moving. And every person that walk up to you and hug you and kiss you, you cannot see their face, but you feel swords being stabbed inside of your back. Guess what? You're not going to know who's sticking you in the back with a knife. You're not going to know who's sticking you in the back with a sword. You want to know why? Because you can't see who's who. You won't know who's who. Two people can come up to you at one time while one is distracting you and the other one is in the back with the knife. You're not going to know where it came from. So it's not safe for you to be a part of these family gatherings and family reunions and all of these things that they portray that's so wonderful without you, to make you feel a certain type of way. Because if they can make you feel a certain type of way, then you know what you're going to do? You're going to let your guard down. You're going to let your boundaries down and say, well, I guess I can go on and go over here to this celebration because the family is celebrating it, and I could just tolerate everybody that's around just so that I can be a part of the celebration. And you can't get tired of how long, or wonder how long God gonna have you in separation. That's not for you to worry about. Why God has you set apart and separated, you know what you're supposed to be working on? Transforming your mind. Keeping your mind on God always. Trusting in God each and every day through each and every situation. Okay? Because that's where you're gonna get your strength from, to stand on your own. Why would you want to go back into a room full of white sheep and you know you're the only black one and you have not healed yet from them wounds that they inflicted on you because you the black sheep? Or why? Why would you show up to a masquerade ball party when no one told you to wear a mask and everybody else got masks on except for you and you don't know what's going on? Why would you cause yourself that dis-ease inside? Because you're going to feel some type of way, no matter how you look at it. So yeah, it's going to be some days and some things that you are counted out. You are excluded. Okay? You're not going to be able to be a part of the celebrations. And when you see these things, you got to be okay with that. And trust that God is with you because he promised to never leave you and never forsake you. And that's not easy to do. Because if you sit there and let your emotions get the best of you, then you're not going to keep walking towards God. You're not going to keep walking towards healing. You're going to turn around and go back and start doing things to be accepted by other people. If it's a relationship that you had to come up out of and separate from, when you see that person posting and pretending like they living the best life without you, you got to trust God and trust this process that he got something better for you. If you see that partner that you used to be with get married or have a baby or have a family or, appear to be doing so much happier without you, you can't let your emotions get the best of you and make you feel some type of way about yourself. You got to trust God, trust his process, because you know that God is for you. And you know at the end of your destination, there's a great reward that comes to you from God. That's a part of the healing process. See, you can't heal and then go back and get wounded again. You can't heal, then get back and go get manipulated again. You can't heal and let the scab cover the wound so that the inside of the wound can start to heal and then go back with just the scab and let them tear down that scab off and then inflict some more wounds. You cannot get your healing that way. Okay, so I don't want you to feel like it's something wrong with you, or I don't want you to feel down, sad, or sorry about not being able to participate in these functions and in these celebrations. It's okay. It's okay. Because God has something different for you. And it's not to say that you are better than them. Because if you're watching this channel, we don't think that way. All you want to do is learn how to heal from them things that the very same family members and the people that was closest to you, that was put in your life to love you, that didn't love you, caused all these traumatic wounds. It's for you to be able to heal from these things so that you can become who God created you to be. You did not create yourself. You did not create this world. God created this world. So he knows what's going on in this world. And if he has you set apart and separated from some people, places, and things, then you gotta trust in him, even when you cannot trust yourself. And you cannot be ruled by your emotions. Because if you are moved and live based off how you feel, then one day you will and one day you won't. One day you do and then one day you don't. See, emotions, they're going to come and go no matter what, just like the waves on the ocean. The waves never stop. Some are bigger than others and some are smaller than others. And if you get stuck and get caught in your emotions, feeling down, oh, woe is me, and everybody is kicking it, and everybody's celebrating it, and I'm over here, this and that, then it's going to push you and pull you further away from the truth, which is God, and from true love, which is God, and from loving yourself. Because a part of self-love is doing what's right for you. It's making the hard decisions that you have to make for you and for your insides and for that dis-ease that you feel around them people that you know have hurt you with no validation, no acknowledgement, no accountability. It's okay. It is okay, because if God have you separated from celebrations and whatever everybody else got going on, and if you stay focused and keep your mind on him, then you know that he got something better for you. And the more you practice, the more you get better at it, right? By overcoming your emotions. You come across a post and you see all your A1s from day ones at this kickback celebration, right? Then you have a memory of how you woulda, coulda, shoulda, and would have been there had you not been on this healing journey, and start feeling down and low and heavy and sad. No, them emotions that you sit, if you sit in them emotions, it's going to pull you back, push you down, and hold you there. So y'all know we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And I just wanted to remind somebody today that, yeah, it's going to be tough. Yeah, you're going to have some feelings about what's going on and why you can't be a part of it and why everybody is excluding you. But I'm here to tell you not to sit in them emotions, to put your mind and keep your mind and your heart on God and put your faith in him, because something better is coming for you. So look, if anybody have not yet told you today how much they love you, let me be the first to tell you how much I love you. But most importantly, Jesus loves us so much more. Thank you so very much for listening to me today. Stay prayed up and have a blessed day.